And to Teresa Decker, loyal friend and valued assistant, 0.5% of the World Oil Transport stock wholly owned in the name of Alexander Wheeler, and a sum to be named in codicil. And now, finally, the disposition of the remainder of Alex's estate. He specifies the following in his will. To my beloved nephew, Ryan Connor, 1/3 of all my holdings in World Oil, not otherwise disposed of, as well as responsibility for managing or disposing of said holdings on behalf of himself and my other major beneficiaries. To my beloved wife, Iris Corey Wheeler, 1/3 of all my holdings. And to Dennis Carrington, her son, 1/3 of all my holdings. Tendered this day...
Wait a minute. Wheeler's leaving me 1/3 of his estate?
That's right. Of course, there's no formal accounting yet, but after the bequest to Terry and to Alex's sister and to the others mentioned by name in the will, there's going to be a substantial sum of money to be divided between your mother and Ryan and you, Dennis. I would estimate that value would be, well, somewhere in excess of several $100 million.
Mom, what's going on here?
If I may be allowed to advise the beneficiaries. Now, you have all heard that Alex named Ryan as the chairman and chief executive officer of World Oil. You realize how much faith he had in you, son. Dennis, you and your mother make up the rest of the executive committee. I do hope that you will both be able to agree with Ryan's judgments in order to expedite the whole transition period, and it's the only way that we can minimize the negative effects that World Oil can expect when the will is filed for probate.
Look, forget it.
Well, now, son...
Look, I said forget it.
Wait a minute.
And you can forget about any agreements or organizational transitions or any other of this bad joke that involves me, because I don't want to be involved, all right?
But, son, you are involved.
Look, then uninvolve me. You're a lawyer. I don't want any part of Wheeler's will or anything else.
Elliot! Do you have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
A problem maybe you can help me with. You want to sit down?
Sure.
I was hoping that maybe you could advise me about something.
Sure, what do you need?
I want to know how you go about finding out if somebody purchased a rifle recently.
Well, they don't register rifles in Texas. You can buy one at any sporting goods store. That is, if you wanted to leave any trace at all. There are illegal sources in Houston, I'd imagine.
I see.
But if you want my help, be more specific. What rifle? Who do you think purchased it? Are you sure it was purchased recently? I'd have to know all of that, and, well, I'd be curious to know why you want to know.
If it was bought illegally, what then?
Well, then you probably wouldn't ever find out any more about it. Might have been stolen 1,000 miles away, smuggled in. Illegal gun merchants aren't a talkative lot. If you made them nervous with your questions, they might use you for target practice.
I've got to find out somehow.
Why?
Because if I don't, then just...
Oh, I understand. You were concerned about Justin. Well, actually, I don't understand. The police already have the rifle he used.
They don't have the right rifle. They don't even have the right man.
You know, Wright, if I could get any decent help, you wouldn't get a second chance to leave me.
But I'm just irreplaceable, right, boss?
Just cheaper to take you back than run the ad any longer.
You're swell.
You're not, honey. At least you don't try to drink up all my profits.
I guess you'll be offering me a raise soon, huh?
Just get back to work right before my... Just, stay out of my way, honey. One last thing, Mr. Wright. You owe me for the second chance, so, when and if I need a favor, honey, you'll be there, won't you?
You know me. Thanks, boss.
Hi. How you doing?
For once, Lady Luck is finally going my way. Yes, sir. Marshall's in stir, and Billy Joe is back at the top of the world.
What are you talking about? He had motive, opportunity, and means. If Justin didn't do it, who do you think did?
Well, I'm not sure. But see how this sounds to you. I was at the wedding, and just before Alex Wheeler was shot, Clipper Curtis showed up at the door. He wanted to warn Alex about Justin.
Well, all the more reason to suspect Justin.
Is it? You've been in the newsroom long enough to notice that Justin is very hostile towards Clipper. And then all of a sudden, Clipper manages to get close to Justin. Put that together with his little act at the wedding, and doesn't that sound suspicious?
You suspect Clipper? I mean, if he was at the wedding, he could hardly have...
Right. He couldn't have pulled the trigger. But think back to the night before. You were working, right?
Yes.
Well, there was this guy, this young guy. He came in looking for Clipper, remember?
No, not quite.
Well, come on, Elliot, think. This young guy was carrying a package, and he tried to give that package to Clipper. Could have been a rifle.
Clipper Curtis?
That away. I wish I'd stayed to listen. Damn. I wonder what Clipper's little friend was doing while Clipper was showing off how worried he is about Alex Wheeler.